prevention. And the first one would be society, which is the general public that are really just well, unaware of the issues with substance usage.
Prevention, and it's just like it was before like a wider option, and now it's just like really limited, and just the privileged organizations and foundations can get in to this list, and not based on actual work. It's just like friends and like families. So yeah, as Hungary is a big family, but yeah. Go on.
So we have a few forms of our prevention. We make a documentary movie in Megálló in these days. There is a filmmaker stuff, I don't know how to say, but they are coming to Megálló almost every day for film, to make film about the activities and about the groups. And we are going to rock climbing and wall climbing as well. And we are want to use this documentary about prevention for the public, because it will be in the movies in next year. Sorry.
Okay, so our goals, like to have them to make a healthy, mentally stable, responsible and fulfilled adult life, and to make stronger self-esteem, build a better value system and consciousness, also sensitization, skill development, and to approach with our audience, wider audience, and also to expand their knowledge on drug abuse and actually anything which is related to drugs and teenager problems, lifestyles. And we also have this diversion program, which is an alternative penalty for those who get caught with a small amount of substances. So Lulu, I give you the word, so please tell us more about this program.
Okay. So yeah, we have this diversion program. I think when we were in Megálló last year, we presented it. So basically it's an alternative penalty for small amount of drug possessions. And it doesn't matter if it's NPS, I mean the illegal NPS, which is already in the illegal list, or it's just like heroin, which is like really surprising me that small amount of heroin is also going to do diversion. Even though I think it's a harder drug than cannabis, but the most common drug for diversion programs participants is cannabis. This program, it is like 12 different appointments, like different times. They have to show up once or twice a month, and they have to be, I mean, they have to do it for at least 6 months, but not, the top is like the 12 months, and that means that 30 days cannot pass between 2 sessions. And they also need like a professional form, like a decree, I don't know if that's the right word for it, like from the police or from the prosecution office, that they have to do this. I mean, it's an option for them. They get caught first, and then they have 3 options: to pay fee, like the penalty, or they will sit the exact time of the penalty fee in jail, or they doing this diversion program. So they usually choose this one, but the rich ones are usually just like paying the penalty and that's all. Yeah, and the first session is always, I mean, it has to be by the law with our MD, the psychiatrics, to evaluate the person if they can, because we have 3 different ones in Hungary, but we are only doing one, which is like the preventative one. So he decides whether we can admit that person or they are like too addicted, so we cannot. In our foundation, we only doing group therapy, which includes like self-knowledge tasks that we are doing together, like this, sitting in a circle, and then we are talking about it. and we are doing it, I mean, in the last 2 years we are doing it in English and in Hungarian too. And due to the pandemic and the national lockdown, we offered them to have online options, so they don't have to stop it while the lockdown is going on. So, and we are still doing like half online, half personal sessions. So, yeah, that's it. And now it's Anastasia.
Yeah. Thanks. Okay, a few sentences about our school prevention program, which is in secondary school students, with secondary school students. You can see the parts of the prevention program. They are these parts, and the first is get to know each other. It's similar than a self-knowledge group. So we come into the school, go to the school, and do this session with them. We also do this living library program. It means that recovering addicts can share their drug career and recovering path with the student. They can talk about it. And we have this cool board game named Drogopoly. This is our own development board game, interactive board game. It's about the board is the recovering path, and we also have characters, and the participant can use one characters, and there are cards, and they can follow or step by step do the recovering path. Yeah, we also do this adventure therapy, which means rock climbing, and we have this theater therapy groups too. Oh yeah, it's important, very, very important, that especially in the first part, in the self-knowledge group, so it's important that we work with just the students, not without the teachers, because we want to create a trustful area, you know. So for us, it's very important that we, when we talk about in this program about students, we work just with students. Of course, we can work with teachers too, but it's a different group. Thank you.
Sorry, just a few insights on those psychiatric sessions. I'm there at Megálló for like 2 hours a week, and either the team sends a client to me, or the clients claim some time because either they are in a crisis, need some emotional support, or something like that. The first interview is kind of like taking the client's medical history, personal history, addictive patterns, and then I always do some writing summary to the team about that. There are psycho-educative elements. I do some suicide risk assessment, non-suicidal self-injury, crisis management or intervention if needed. So when a client is in long-term care in Megálló, then they can go and have a chat with me, basically. And my job is to direct them to psychology, psychiatrist, inpatient or outpatient care if needed. So there's nothing special, it's a low threshold psychiatry, kind of. I'd like to see myself as a bridge between the client and the rest of the team. Thank you.
a szöveget.
Nyomj egyet rajta.
Thank you for watching and listening.